And welcome, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bentley Brant, as we get ready to go here from the Morse Multiplex. It's the Pembina Valley Twisters, who've dropped their last two games, trying to get back into the win column against the hottest team in the league, the St. Boniface Riels, who are 12-0 on the campaign. A quick look here at the last couple games here for the Riels. A big 1-0 win as they sneak by the Jets to keep their win streak alive. Before that, a 5-3 win over the Canucks, and their nearest threat, a 3-0 shutout win over the Railer Express. Twisters' last three, 5-3 loss out in Stonewall yesterday that we covered, and a 7-0 loss to Transcona back on November 9th, and the November 7th game that Graham covered here, which was a 3-2 win that they were able to pick up their first win of the campaign. These two teams, we've covered them back on October 12th. It was a 6-2 win for the Riels at home ice on that one, and it was 6 different goal scorers for the Riels in that game getting it done. As the Zambonis got a couple more laps to go here. And we'll take a quick look here at our starting lineups here and the starters here for both these teams here and the stats. And there's a look at the starting goaltenders. You can see Owen LaRock, who's leading the way for his squad, and he has had quite the campaign so far already. And with that, you can see 3 shutouts. Picked another one up last week, 6-0 on the campaign. Goals against average of just .83. Save percentage of .973. Meanwhile, in net for the Penn Valley Twisters, Riley Brown getting his third start of the campaign. And he has 6 goals against, flat save percentage of .886. He's 1-1 on the campaign. And a look here at the leading scorers here for both these teams. And Cole Davis up there, leading the league in that in points. 8 goals, 13 assists for a total of 21 points on the campaign. 2 coming on the power play, 4 goals ending up being game-winning goals. Other numbers to walk out for is the 89 of Nathan Brzezinski, and in 9 games played, he has 9 goals and 9 assists for a total of 18 points. And right behind him is Reeves Sukit, who in 9 games has 5 goals and 9 assists for 14 points. And with that, we flip over to the Penn Valley Twister side of things. Owen Van Roby's leading the way in 13 games played, 4 goals and 3 assists for 7 points. And Ryan Thiessen behind him, tied with Vlad Stepik and Darby Olsen, all with 5 points. Thiessen 2 goals and 3 assists in 11 games. In 13 games, Stepik has 4 goals and 1 assist, and 5 assists for Darby Olsen. No goals in 13 games played. And with that, we'll get ready here for Canada before the drop of the biscuit coming your way here shortly. And we get ready to go here. Twisters in the white and maroon, and it will be the black and gold for Van Dynes, and a couple X Twisters on the other side. Meanwhile, we talked about in the scoring leaders, Vlad Stepik also out there on the ice against his X team as we await the drop of the biscuit. And here we go, Carson Dubois set in on the draw against Owen Van Robies, and we get ready to go underway. Dubois wins that one back, and he's done some fair bit of damage in a couple games he's played, and we've seen that right here against the Canucks not too long ago. As that one gets iced down, Cox first one back, and nope, they're going to wave that one off. He'll lay the hit, pick up the puck in his own zone, work it ahead to Stepik. He turns it over to his ex-team, and Sukit now works that one back to Lambert. Lambert circles around to get past Van Robies, works it ahead to Sukit. Sukit walks in, waits, fires, and he scores! And a quick goal to open up the scoring for the visitors in this one. And Reeves Sukit pops the bottle only 34 seconds into this one. And you see the nice little work there that Lambert does right before that, and Sukit just walks in from the high slot. Puts the first one past Brown, 1-0 Riels early on. And off the draw. Played into the zone, now past Robert, and walked in now by Long. Robert quickly ahead into the slot, and that pass unable to go for Bilios. Pass worked all the way down by Keck. Scooped up now here by the 5 of Hansen. And he tries to center that one. The stick knocked away from the Twisters. And Wall quickly on that puck. He'll work that around. And in through traffic. Good work there by Bilios to try and play that in deep. Twisters clear it right back. Icing is waved. And nope. I thought he waved it, but Bucknock back there, and there'll be an icing against the Twisters. We get ready to go here back in the Twisters' end. One shot, one goal for the number 12 of Reeves Sukit. And correction there, Reeves Sukit, excuse me, on that as he gets set ready to go on the far wing. Off the draw. One back by the Twisters. Biggerty ahead. And in the defensive zone, Pembina Valley works it ahead. Air pass there off the stick of Keck, deflects in. He goes for a change. Alex Domingo works it to the far side. And that loose puck played ahead by Wall. Wall walks in on the backhand off the side of the goal. Riels ahead with numbers. They got 3. And that pass to Sukit picked off by Guilford. He'll work that one in off Domingo and offside by the Pembina Valley Twisters. 18-16 on the clock. And a fresh set of legs here for the Riels. Off the draw. Puck carried ahead. Walking in, quick shot, and that one gloved up there by Brown. Off the draw. Rooney, he'll dump that one in. Arzenko giving chase, and he got one the other day to help the Twisters in that one, which was a close game after a hot start for the Jets, something that the Twisters are trying to escape in this one. As that went off the lumber wide, Letelier takes the hit, and he comes down the Riels player. Riels will come free behind the goal with the puck, and they'll try and center that one. Biggerty breaking it up on the hit. And Rich worked that ahead, scooped up by Pembina Valley, played in on LaRock by Larzanko. His squad goes for some fresh bodies as the Riels Rays plays that to the far side. Evan Lambert walks in, waits, makes a move, and that one gets sticked away from him. Stepik out of the zone, dumps it down. Icing waved off. Alex Van Dyne's first on that puck, and he'll work that one up. And Ray's trying to get to that. Stepik on it. Handful of ex-teammates around him, and that puck gets turned over. Walking into the zone, Van Dyne's trying to feed back and just wide the goal for Dubois. Van Dyne's now behind the Twister's goal, and he can't do anything with that. Twisters scoop it up, but turn it right back over, and Bakinok couldn't find that one. Gets past him and all the way down the ice. So he'll regroup. 3.5 gone in the opening frame. Clear into Dubois, and he couldn't get a stick on that. Cox first back, and it's an icing against the Riels, and Dubois arguing his way about it. Or he got a stick, or maybe that he got hooked. From the look of the linesmen, but Guilford, his shot deflected by Van Dynes into the corner boards. Thomas, and that one off the side of the goal again. He also had a goal in last night's game for the Twisters. And Guilford has that one worked past him by Van Dynes. Van Dynes circles back to the forehand, looks across, and unable to accept the pass. The Riels just work it in behind the goal. St. Boniface trying to set that one up into the slot, and tic-tac-toe past Hansen and in through his skates and out. Bakinuk works that across on the near side, and Hansen ahead off the stick of Van Dynes and down past Guilford. Twisters work that up to Rooney. Rooney on the near side, and he'll send that to the far side for Wall. Wall chipping that one ahead, and a handful of numbers. Keck comes free into the slot, picked off by the Riels. And the Riels play that one back by Long behind the goal. Twisters pick it up in the attack zone. Circle to the high slot, unable to do anything with that as that one gets away and all the way down the ice. Brown fires it quickly ahead off the stick of Rooney. Larzenko can't pick that up. Calmed down by the Riels. And a nice little pass there to Long from Robert. Long leaves that one on, and there's a quick shot by Biliosa, and the rebound is gloved out of there by Brown. 5 and 3 ticks gone in the frame. And through the opening quarter, it's 1-0 Riels, thanks to the stick of Reeve Sukit. And off the draw. Sukit trying to work that one back. And now right onto his stick. A handful of twisters there to go the other way. 3-on-3 now. Van Robies walks in, fires, and the flash of the leather by LaRock has the answer. So good rush there by Pembina Valley. But LaRock doing his job, and the first time he's tested today, he's able to flash the leather and make a stop. Off the draw. Puck won back by the Twisters, and now worked out here as Sukit plays that ahead into the attack zone, drops it back for Van Dynes. Van Dynes looking around, and he'll play that one there into the corner boards. Lambert along now, down low to Sukit, and in front, can't do anything with it. Van Robies back, trying the high side. That time Rays has the answer with the body on the physical play. Sukit up the near side. Olsen pulls that one back into the zone. Walking the lines, Van Robies. Turn back over, and Olsen, though, with some great work, keeps it in the zone. Unger tries to help on the stick check, and that comes out. Wall plays it to the near side. Twisters fall down, get it out. Olsen clears it in, and off of Lambert up into the netting here, and maybe didn't clip him first. And one referee says one, the other linesman says the other. It will be off of Lambert. They're going to bring it up. And off the draw, Thomas dumps that one in wide of the goal, putting on the brakes. And that one turned over. Twisters trying to do something with it. Keck works it to Peters. Rhett Peters shot, and friendly fire there hits Keck in behind the goal. Big hit there, and Twisters are losing their stick. Here's an opportunity to go the other way. Robert streaking up the far side, and he gets taken down. And the Twisters prevail now with the puck in the defensive zone. Quickly up, putting on the brakes is Thomas, and he saw the hit coming. Wall scoops it up in exchange. And Bakunuk on that one, worked away by Wall. And with the second effort, Danchuk can't get that one out of the zone. There's a quick shot by Guilford and gloved up by Larocque at 12:56. Shots 2-1 in favor of the visiting Riels, up 1-0. Dubois, we're ready to go here against Thiessen. On the draw, coming to the left of Owen Larocque. Dubois wins that one back, and here comes his squad on the near side. Suket walks in, plays it across, backhand, tucked in, what a goal! And a beautiful setup there by the Riels. And it is 2-rip here for the visitors. Brown couldn't slide all the way up, over and hug that post. This time it's their captain, Cole Davis, and again, Suket doing the work, works it across to Davis, and sneaks that one in on the back door. So Suket picks up an assist to go with his goal. Gets the helper on that one. Domingo ahead. Unger plays it right back in. And again, the Twisters, same as last night, falling themselves in a quick hole. See if they can dig out of this one. Ahead on the near side. Van Robies walks in. Unger fires, and that one's sticked away by Larocque. Riels quickly on the puck. Now the Twisters coming down. Biggerty puts on the brakes, watched by Suket. And Dubois, that one gets worked in deep. Fresh skaters out for the Riels as Unger plays that one down, and nope, he didn't get it into his skates. It's an icing against Pembina Valley. So we get ready here now as this one's going to come to the left of Brown. Long set in on the draw, ready to go here in the battle of the 14s against Owen Van Robies. Long wins that one back. Ray's quick shot, and that went off the pad into the corner boards, where it's picked up by Biggerty. And now turnover in the neutral zone. Cashin Long walks in, quick fired off the high glass. Too fine, trying to go top shelf. Can't get the deflection in front as Brown goes sliding out and is down there. Oh, his blade came out. That's what that was about. Take a look at the replay here. And right there, he went to slide across and his blade just popped out. So while they're watching on, as it looks like Van Roby's out there, able to help pop it back in place. Now Wall taking a look at it and playing the role of equipment manager for the Pembina Valley Twisters. 11:38 on the clock. Shots are 4-1 for the Riels, up 2-rip on the Twisters. And looks like Wall's got it. Jack Bellis comes in to check it out, and nope, still there. They're going to have to sub out goaltenders here. As Vlad Stepik helps him to the bench. And Rowan Churkus grabs his stick. He's ready to go. So the 2-minute time frame you get has come and gone for the Twisters on the equipment substitution. And Churkus, who we saw last night, ready to go. Puck worked out of the zone all the way down the ice. And in behind the goal, Biggerty works it free. He'll play that one up, and an air pass there. Lambert picks it up. In behind the goal, Biggerty trying to get on that one. And now the Twisters' long stretch pass. Thomas can't accept that one, held at the line. Riels walk in, Twisters clear it right back out onto the stick of Lambert. Now through the contact, walking in, and that's an easy penalty call there as Thomas has the stick knocked out of his hands. The Twisters get the open power play. Their power play struck once the other day. Their power play, 9th in the league, 7.9%. There's a look at the slash. And the Riels penalty kill, first in the league, 94.1. Pretty good here as Letelier works that around. To the far side, Twisters can't hold. Battle on the near side. Continues on. And Letelier plays that back now to Guilford. Guilford looks, works it down low. And back to Letelier. And he'll play that one wide. Puck comes all the way out of the zone. 123. Cherkis thinks about going to play it, decides not to. It looks like his night might be over here soon, as it looks like Brown's ready to go on the bench. Van Robies, he'll walk into the zone. And that puck dumped down the ice where Cherkis goes in to play it. And Twisters tangle up, they hit the ice. Now ahead on the near side, Rooney into the attack zone. And he gets taken down. Battle for the loose puck. And in through traffic, Larzenko trying to go near side, unable to do anything with it. Back half of the frame. Cherkis goes to play it now. And he'll leave that one on for Guilford. Rooney calms that one down. Larzenko puts on the brakes. And picked up and dumped all the way down. And that's going to do it here for the power play as that gets turned over. Nice play to put that in deep by Robert as we go to even strength. 8:48 on the clock for Rooney as he'll work it ahead. And played out of the zone, in on the rock. Cherkis to the far side. While watching him. Pass Biggerty. Now, Bilosh with it. He takes a big hit. Thomas comes free. 8:15 on the clock. Pass ahead to Keck. He'll clear that into the zone. The Rock goes out to play to his defense. And quickly ahead. Robert now up to Long. Long walks in, fires, and a save made on the first shot faced by Cherkis. And that puck cleared all the way down the ice. Quickly ahead, Buckenock walks in on the far side, centers, and that one doesn't get through the traffic. Twisters scoop it up. They go to take it the other way. And they'll dump that one all the way down the ice. Battle for the puck, loose. Now picked up by the Twisters, putting on the brakes in the slot. Off a couple sticks, Riels calm it down and Suk it ahead with it. He'll walk in. Puck worked its way offside. Twisters continue on though with the puck to go the other way. Thiessen walks in. Olsen waits. Now Darby Olsen fires that in deep for Thiessen. Doesn't quite make it to him. Rays clears it down. Twisters break that one up as they try and get a breakaway opportunity for Sukit. And that went off the stick of Cox and worked up via Olsen to the far side. Van Robies fires that one into some bodies in front. And that one comes into the netting, and that's going to end the night for Cherkis here as he gets subbed back out. So Cherkis there makes the one stop on the one puck he faced, and his stats, his goals against average were 5.87, save percentage of 872, as I forgot to mention earlier, and 0-9 in his 9 games played with the shootout loss. On the near side, loose puck worked in behind the goal, back to Rich. And now Arzenko with it. They'll battle around. 6:22 to go on the clock. And Lambert can't get that one free. Letelier walks in, fires, deflected just wide. Twister's got the pressure going here as Unger works it to the far side. Trying to get back to Letelier, stepping through traffic. And that one, just worked its way wide of Larocque. In behind the goal, Lambert trying to work that one. He works it to Reyes, who was knocked down at the end boards. Biggerty comes free, quick shot wide of the goal. Now Letelier plays it to the far side. And there's a shot, sticked away by Larocque. Loose puck, calm down here. Trying to get ahead to Rich. Letelier, his shot deflected into the glove. And Larocque didn't even have to move on that one. 5:33 remaining in the opening frame. Shots are now 7-5 for the Twisters. Down by 2, and again, similar story to last night. Up in Stonewall. Gave up a couple goals early. That one was 3 goals in 2 minutes and 17 seconds of play. Their power play got them going from there late in the period. But they ran out of time in that one. Seeing if they can do that again here tonight as Van Dynes walks in. Back out now. Calming this one down. And Domenko plays that to the far side off a couple sticks. Dubois walking at the zone, and a little bit of a brush there against the Twisters. Breaks the play up. Keck dumps it in. Wall gives chase as he gets in a little bit of a tango with Davis, who scored the second Riels goal of the night. Shot just wide from Guilford. Rooney with it. And he'll battle for that puck with under 5 to go. And the battle continues on. Still coming at it. Puck comes free for Wall. He puts on the brakes. And walking into that one. And off the mark for Spence. There's a shot, and that goes right into the glove of the Rockets. Wall getting at it there with the other 15 of Domingo on the ice. And now with Carson Dubois as the chippiness starts to pick up here near the end of that last whistle and carries on. So both teams now here ready to go. Thiessen on the draw, and he'll beat Long on that one. Worked across to Guilford. Guilford fires. Bodies in front, loose, and Thiessen fires that one right into the glove of Larocque. And there's bodies in front. Tough channel here for Larocque to see that one through on the rebound from the shot from Guilford, but he is able to scoop that shot from Thiessen up right in front from point blank range into the glove. Guilford with it. His shot. Larocque deflects that up into the netting at 4:18. As the Twisters now doubling up the Riels on shots, 10-5. And we get ready here. Thiessen in on the draw against Long. Thiessen again gets the better of Long. Guilford works it down low. And Rooney with a pile of Riels. Now Guilford picks that one up at the line across to Rooney. Rooney walks in, tries to center and go 5-hole against Larocque. That one gets kicked out by Larocque and quickly ahead. And going in through some traffic. It looks like he comes Megger, and that is a penalty there as he hit the ice. So here's a look at Larocque making the stop on the turnover. And a good work here. And we got some extra penalties coming here while we are looking at that replay. And I think it's 5-on-5. And now they're sorting this out with the timekeeper. And it looked like, we'll see what they got here, but it looked like Jack Bilosh got unsportsmanlike there at the end of that. And there's some jarring back and forth, but I could be wrong. Because now it might be on the Twisters, but and yeah, I think it will be. Yeah, it is on Guilford there. Because at first I thought the ref just waved 5-on-5, trying to count his fingers quickly there before the puck drop. And the Riels power play underway. Putting on the brakes. Here are the Twisters on the penalty kill as they'll work it ahead. Riels power play, middle of the pack, 21% flat. That's best for 5th in the league. Penalty kill for the Twisters. Not too bad. Not exactly where you want, 73.3%, 10th. Battling for it. And now working it free is Olsen, and he gets stick checked. Davis ahead. Biggerty scoops up the puck. Olsen with it, and that comes out. Pass Lambert and play down low. Nice play by Van Robies. Rays takes him out of the play, but Van Robies stays with it. So that unsportsmanlike tack on was against Guilford to go with the interference. And loose puck. Van Robies jumps on that. 55 seconds remaining on the Riels opening power play. 2:45 to go in the opening frame. Miscue there. Van Robies wanted to go for a change. Stepek plays it instead. And Larocque leaves that one on in behind the goal. And quickly played ahead here by the Riels. As Bollinger dumps that one in via the help of Sukit. And he goes for a change. Twisters ahead. Final quarter of man advantage for the Riels. Walking in. Arzenko puts on the brakes. Back to the point. Off a stick. And that loose puck, Cox trying to get that one against Van Dynes. Van Dynes fires just wide. Rebound picked up by the Riels. And Magger works that one down low for Van Dynes. Van Dynes makes a nice move. 8 to go. Can't find Magger, and he'll scoop that on the backhand instead. Bollinger to the far side. Cox trying to get a stick on that one as we go to even strength. Good work there to outmuscle or outrace him there was Van Dynes. But Stepek able to outmuscle him. Now Van Dynes scoops that up on the near side following the rush from Stepek. Walks in on the backhand. Corralza trying to go in off the back of Jack Brown. Can't do that. Puck worked out. Now here's an opportunity on the breakaway. Walking in comes Thomas, and that one worked free in behind the goal. Battle for it. And a big tangle up there as they continue to go at it. Battle there as Keck was down, tangled up. And there is a penalty out of all of that. It is a tripping call. So the Twisters go back to the man advantage. And here's a look here at the rush there from Thomas. And good work there by the Riels to get back before he could get a decent shot away. But they get tangled up there with Keck, and Twisters get right back at the man advantage following the penalty to Lucas Magger on the tripping is what they call that little tie-up. And Riley Brown behind the goal. He'll leave that one on. Final minute here of the opening frame as the Twisters continue on. The man advantage to the far side for Guilford. Natalia now with it. He'll work that one ahead. And up to Unger. Carter Unger can't take the puck with them. Rays. Guilford getting his stick on it. Josh Guilford walking the line. Van Robies cuts to the far side. 30 ticks to go. Letelier fires that one just wide of the goal. On the near side. And Robert clears. And way out of the net to play that one. might work as Olsen walks in on the backhand and lifted just over. And that's going to be a penalty on the Riels for a cross check. So 9.2 ticks on the clock. And we got 62 seconds here. Man advantage is Davis. The Riels captain goes to the penalty box. And here's a look here at the setup. Way out of the net to play. That one ahead by Brown. Walking in. And there's the pass across, deflected just over and getting knocked down there. They're going to call a cross check. So put 2 on for the 88 of Davis. And Twisters 8 seconds. Quick shot loose in front. Sticked into the corner boards. 3. Gotta put it in front. Gotta shoot. Van Roby's in his feet and smart enough not to fire that one in on the rock. There's the horn. We played 20. 2-0 for the Riels on 2 early strikes. And the shot totals are 11-5 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. And as the Twisters leave the ice, we'll take a quick look here, go over our scoring summary and our out-of-town scoreboard in this one here. 3 other games on in action. And the scoring summary, Suket opened it up here early on, and it was 34 seconds in. Reeves Suket with his 6, and Kalen Reyes picked up the assist. Cole Davis with his 9th from Reeves Suket, and Carson Dubois tack him on the assist at 7:13. Penalty summary, Everett Lambert with the slash at 9:04. Josh Guilford with the interference at 19:04. Or, sorry, at 16:04. 16:04 also Jack Beliosh with the interference. Lucas Magger with the trip at 18:53. At 19:51, Cole Davis with a cross check. And those are the 5 penalties to report in the opening frame. With that, we take a look here quickly at our out-of-town scoreboard. And 11:37 remaining in the second frame out in St. James. And they're up 2-0 over the visiting Stonewall Jets. And they try and end their 4-game losing streak, the Canucks. Robertson and Warsaba, the goal scorers. And they lead that one 2-0. Jets out shooting, though, 13-12. And we got Graham covering the game out in Seven Oaks, where the Raiders Junior Hockey Club struck 4 times in the opening frame as they try and fend off the Charleswood Hawks and put an end to their 6-game winning streak. Lewis, Ringer, and Dolinski, the goal scorers. Meanwhile, Cromie, Candy, Kushner, Fashek, Ash, and Einerson, the goal scorers for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club as they are doubling up the Charleswood Hawks. 6-3 shots falling with 7:25 to go in the second frame. Shot totals were 12-4 following the opening frame in favor of the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. And the final game on out in the Terry Sawchuk Arena, and the Royal Knights put up 2 goals in the second period to go with the 2 in the first frame. They're up 4-0, trying to get back in the win column over the Twins. Fielding with 2, Wilshin and Uricoli with the goals for the Knights, outshooting the Twins 15-6. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you following the opening break. It is the Riels up 2-0 over the Pembina Valley Twisters. And welcome back, hockey fans, as we get ready to go here. And before the frame here, we got our little shooters here. And while out there helping out with Cherkis and Guilford out there. As the first shooter walks in. And oh, he rang that one off the post. And we get ready here for our next shooter to go. And as both teams here take the ice, following the little shooter, some good action there. And interesting stats about their favorite teams and stuff like that from the PA announcer. We get ready to go here. Twisters 5-on-3 hockey in their favor for 53 seconds for Magyar in the sin bin and 151 for the Riels captain and Cole Davis. And a quick look at an overview here of the scoring. 34 seconds into the game, Reeves Sukit with his 6th from Kalen Ray's. Cole Davis, his 9th from Reeves Sukit. And Carson Dubois at 7:13, the 2 goals to report. And Dubois loses that one back by Van Robies, and we are underway here in the second frame. Twisters down by 2, walking in. They did outshoot Carson Dubois and the Riels, and going way out to play that and losing his stick there was the goaltender, much to the chagrin there of the benches as that puck goes past Riels and all the way down the ice. As saying, here's Guilford. Walks in his team, outshooting the Riels 11-5 following the opening 20. Back to Letelier. Letelier walks in. And Guilford fires it off the blocker and kicked into the corner boards. Playing around. Down low. And we're now 5-on-4. Magger enters play, and that puck comes right to him. Magger takes it on the far side, and he'll dump that one in. Letelier on it. He'll play it to the near side. Olsen's got to go to scoop that one up. And Magger makes a nice move. Works it to Suket. Riels just one step here above the Twisters. And Bollinger plays that ahead. Cleared into the zone. In behind the goal, Suket going after it. Rooney scoops it up. 27 seconds here for the man advantage for the Pembina Valley Twisters. One shot on the man advantage this frame. Back to the point. Across on the near side, Olsen plays that one back to Guilford. To Letelier. Back. And Guilford puts on the brakes. Letelier with it. And that one past Rooney. Rooney now on the puck. And we're back to even strength. Twisters 0 for 4 in the man advantage today. Letelier deflection by Guilford. Smothered up for a stoppage in play by LaRock. And that's how the opening minute and 57 ticks go. There's a look at the shot. And Guilford's opportunity there is smothered up. But the body's in front by Owen LaRock. Off the draw, back to Cox. Cox, his shot wide of the goal. And Van Dynes gets that one ahead. And can't work it out of the zone. Twisters intercept into the slot. And ahead on the near side. Here comes Cole Davis. Davis walks in. And plays that one to the far side. Couldn't get the connection there on the opportunity. Looking for the 14 of long. As Davis stays with it. Puts on the brakes. Fires. Rebound lay there, but Wall scoops it up. And now turnover. Bucknuck, his shot doesn't go, and he'll get that one right back off the blade of Thomas and fire her in. And Lambert now comes out for Hansen. Battle with it. Van Dynes comes free, turns it over to Thomas. Thomas now with it in his own zone. Getting sticked away, and Van Dynes works that back to Davis. Davis to Van Dynes. And oh, that one popped right up. But the Riels stay with it as they work this one around. Riels now with the momentum from their penalty killers to go with their scoring summary here of their 2 quick goals to follow up from the opening frame. And Lambert decides not to shoot, now fires stick dangerously away by the Twisters into the corner boards. Cox trying to get that one out, kicked ahead by Lambert. And Wall just dumps that out. And Rays now with a head of steam. No one can catch up to him. Just missed the mark there. Trying to go to the far side off the boards. Lambert back to Robert. And now in behind the goal. Robert cuts in front. And oh, trying to tick that one in off the back. That one on the back of the netting there on the opportunity from Grayson Matthews down low. And Wall digging it out. Puts that one up and out of play at 14-12. Shots in the frame for the Riels. A total of 2. Pembina Valley Twisters side of things also 2. So the penalty killers do their job. The 5-on-3 for the Twisters ends up making them 0 for 4 on the night on the man advantage. As Magger plays it in behind the goal. Guilford on that one. He plays it to the far side. Riels chip away at it. Now they got to set it up here. Turned over. Pembina Valley trying to jump on that. And they fire that right into the Riels bench. It's going to stay in the Twisters zone. Draw coming up here. Ready to go to the left of Brown. And that one went back into the scrum by the Twisters. And nice win there by Thiessen. That pass though of the reach of Unger. It's going to be an icing. So a good defensive zone win, exactly what you want for the Twisters to get the pressure off, and then you can see just not clicking properly for them there as that pass out the reach of Unger And they're going to have to do back at it with the tired legs in their own zone. This time they'll flip it over to the right side as Davis was looking for. Won again by the Twisters, but Lambert controls with it and loops past Larzenko, but scooped up by Thiessen. Thiessen works through some traffic, passes across, and there's the shot. Not going to go for Unger. Big collision there in the end boards. Twisters pick up the puck, and they're working through some contact there. Denchuk walks in. The ex-Possessian Voodoo trying to center that one. Unable to do so as some games under his belt in the Ontario Hockey League, or Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. As he tries to clear that one out. Stepik puts it down low on the doorstep. Twisters can't fire that one past Larocque off his blocker on the near side. Picked up, and Bollinger now working away at it against Guilford. And he's going to get the better of Guilford. And it now comes out of the zone as Olsen still works away at it, takes down Suket. We continue on, and the far referee there calling that one. Pretty easy call on the trip. Second power play of the night for the Riels, as they try to improve their power play percentage, sitting around the 73%, sitting 5th in the league. And off the drop, worked around, and 21.1% there, as I get my numbers right. 73 didn't quite sound right. That'd be a little bit too good. And Bakanock works that down low on the doorstep, and that one fired home. I think that's a goal. The ref hasn't signaled, and now they're putting it on the near side. And we're going to take a quick look at replay here. Tough to say. I thought that was in the goal. But good work there. Won't take that one away from Riley Brown there, as he is able to shut the door. Bakanock plays it across. And Suket jams away at that. Stick goes flying. Lumber picked right back up, and the Twister's able to clear. So 125 remaining on the man advantage as Bakanock takes it from the rock in behind his goal to turn up ice. He'll play it to the far side. Bouncing puck. Scooped up by Alex Van Dynes. Van Dynes walks in to Davis. Davis back to Bakanock. And walking into the play now is Thiessen. And he'll scoop that puck up. Knifed away from him. Riels calm it down in the attack zone. Bakanock with it. And his shot comes right back to him. And behind the goal. Trying to center that one, unable to do so. And the Riels just keep it at the far side. Now in tight for Van Dynes. And unable to do anything with that. He'll set it up again. Bakanock quickly across. Gets it right back from Davis, trying to fire, and just over the glove. It was going wide as Brown dives across. Bakanock plays that across at the doorstep. And how did that one stay out? As that one fluttered right in front of the goal. Might have nudged the crossbar. 15 seconds on the man advantage. Riels having the pressure going. Unable to find the net though. They cut down deep. And that went off a couple sticks. Works its way to Davis. Bakanock works it across to the far side. We go to even strength. And Davis plays that one in front. Now walking all around, and Suket's opportunity won't go. And a whistle as Brown able to make the stop, and looks like he's a little bit shaken up on the play. Here's a look at the replay. Sorry, hit the wrong button there. My bad, as I was going to show you that puck there that fluttered just over the goal. On the man advantage opportunity as Lambert fires that one in. Brown good to go. Battaglia now with it. Puts on the brakes. And scooped up here. Rhett Peters ahead on the near side. Now Olsen dumps that one in off of Van Robies. Van Robies gives chase. Rays, though, got the edge for the puck, and he'll work it up to Lambert. Lambert now keeps it on his stick. Looks around, makes the move past a couple twisters, plays it back to Rays. Rays now to Lambert. Lambert turns head ice. As we near the midway mark of the hockey game, Grayson Matthews plays that one off the lumber, gets it right back from the corner boards. Dubois coming in to assist, and the twisters come free. And then again, pass off to Carter Unger. And Long plays that down and back. Killing Rays on that one with the assist in today's game. Makes his way head ice as he'll quickly fire that one up for Cash and Long. He'll walk in, puts on the brakes, looks and fires that one, blocked by Spence and out of the zone. Twisters with numbers. Olsen again can't get the feed, and a hand pass charged against the Riels. Bring a stoppage in play at 11-13. Shot totals 15-11. As we played 28 minutes and 47 seconds. Magyar in on the draw. Wall gets the better of that one as he wins it back. And good work there. Bayosh now with it. Walks in on the near side. Fires sticked off the twisters, and they put it in their own goal. So that one was Guilford. Knocked it in past his own goal, and it's now 3-0 here. You can see the work on the replay here. Jack Beliosh walking in. And Beliosh just plays that one in front off the stick of Guilford. And goes 5-0 on Brown. 3-0. Biggerty plays that in down deep. LaRock out to play that. Bow for that one. So unassisted there for Jack Beliosh, and a bow for the puck there. And Biggerty ahead. He'll dump that one in. Puck picked up now here by the Riels, and they'll play that one all the way down the ice. Walking right in front. Dangerous opportunity there. Still working away at it. And that shot just wide of the goal. Denchuk on that one. And he'll work that across. Back to the point. Bunger. Buckenock. His shot doesn't go through. Another one off the blocker. And the net has popped off the moorings at 9:53. St. Boniface with the pushback. Shot totals 15-13 in favor of the Twisters. Down. And that was, I did not want to call that too early there and double check my stats here. So Jack Beliosh with his first goal with the Riels, and there you can see the tape, that puck taped up. You can see them calling for that one right away. An important goal for him. And his first MMJHL goal. Puck in behind the goal. Davis on that one. Back to the point for Buckenock. He'll play it and get it right back. Circles around. Davis cuts to the high slot. Can't get the deflection. Loose puck. Davis works it to Robert. Robert now from behind his goal into the slot. And Danchuk's shot is smothered up. Played by Brown. And a quick whistle by the referee brings a stoppage in play at 9:19. And oh, maybe that's where the quick, I'll take that back against the referee there. The net did again come off its moorings, and they're taking extra time there. Helping with the wire there to cement that net in place. Buckenock now with it. Fires that one in. And Davis couldn't get over for the tip as Wall gets the better of him. No call. And Davis can't believe that. He's making sure the ref knows that. As it looked like Wall caught him up high. Looked like a pretty easy Look at that as the Twisters dump that one back down into their own zone. Bakunuk picks it up right over the Twisters logo, walks in, plays it now to the forehand, and Wall. Going into the corner boards, you can see he'll have a target on his back as Cox picks it up out of the zone. Bakunuk on it. He'll fire it in. Then check going on after that, but they're going to say that the Riels did not tag. So it's a stoppage in play following the ice or the offside at 8:30. Here's a look at that little skirmish back there. And yeah, they just did get upended a little bit there. A little high from Wall, but refs letting them play. So following the long offside, we come all the way down into the Real zone, and the Twisters can't hold that one as Spence Van Dynes with speed. And again, just showing how he can outdo all of the Twisters there, does it again. Worked across, they couldn't jam that one in on the back door. Lazanko now splits the D, walks in, and he gets knocked down to a knee. That's the end of his rush. Van Dyne's on it, plays it to the far side. His squad looks around, trying to dig it out and work it back into the attack zone. And quickly ahead comes Rays. He'll work that one up. Carson Dubois walks in, his squad with three, trying to center it in front. And it's in the goal as Dubois ran in to Brown, and that's going to bring some Twisters. And they're going to call it a goal. And Brown's trying to argue that's goalie interference. And I would not blame him on that. And it's Zukat with the goal. He touched that last as he was chasing up on the far side. I think, are the referees going to talk about it? They're maybe having a little bit of a huddle. 7:52 on the clock. And Guilford awaits the call. We'll take a look here at the replay. And there's the pass across. There's Suket, picks it up, fires that one in, and maybe it was in before the contact was made. I could see the argument for that. And that was kind of tough to see from that angle. I didn't think it was in before the contact live. So Guilford and Dubois await the verdict. And they're going to wave it off. And Carson Dubois getting told why, and they're going to actually bring the face-off out of the Twister zone as well. So no goal due to goaltender interference after a discussion here by the officials. And Dubois still arguing with it. I think that's the best point you could argue, is that it was already in the goal. Other than if a Twister pushed you in, but can't really argue that. Back underway here as Biggerty has that puck sticked away from him by Long. Back to the point. Longer plays that across. Quick shot into the trapper, loose in front though. And the Twisters can't get it out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Picked up now here. So Italier puts on the brakes. And he'll work that one up and all the way down. Bunger after that. Icing waved off as he'll scoop it up. Watched by Unger. Turns Unger inside out. Plays it quickly ahead to Long. And just like that, Grayson Matthews in on the attack. Feeds it past Biggerty. Gets it right back. Van Roby scoops it up. And he'll play that up for Vlad Stepik as Stepik dumps that one in as odd man rush for his squad. Scooped up and trying to work that out of the zone, hits the referee, and now there's a skirmish going on. And Unger going at it there with the 55 of Ethan Rich. And they're really getting some punches in there as Unger. And now the linesmen doing their job, and they get their pay as they split the two up. And Unger trying to fire up the Twisters here. as well as the visiting fans. As Richard had his jersey already pulled all the way over his head as he skates off. So both men exit to the showers early. Here we'll take a look at a little bit of a replay here, the start of the fight. And there you can see Unger taking a couple shots down low. He gets from under, but there he gets his arm up there and gets a couple back there. But pretty even balanced fight. And now they sort out here. There's still a discussion about maybe about where the draw is supposed to be here. It will stay in the Riels zone. And obviously the new rules in the MJHL as have been for the last, now I guess 5 years now. Fight, you're done. Buckingham plays that across. And deflected in. Cox picks that one up and he gets hit. Nice play there. And scooped up by Brown and the physicality coming through by the Riels. Here's a look. As Cox takes a hit here in behind his goal, tries to turn up ice, and boom, gets set down. Magger in on the draw, ready to go against Thiessen. 6:31 on the clock. One back by the Riels, but the Twisters scoop it up as Rooney. He walks in, back to Larzenko, fires just wide, and they're able to get that there to work against Stonewall in a similar play last night. Wouldn't fall this side here as they put it to the side of the goal. Battle now for it. Hansen works that free. Twisters jar away at it and cleared down by the Riels. Guilford to Spence to Guilford. Guilford up now. Off Thiessen, turned over. Thiessen gets it right back. Battle for the puck. Robert plays it in down low. Spence on that. Works it to Guilford. And he'll turn that one over to the Riels. And St. Boniface tries to center, unable to do so. Spence on the puck. And that one gets away from him on the near side. Puck cleared all the way down. Lambert on it. And he'll work it to the near side. Scooped up now by Olsen at the line. Olsen walks in, fires. Lerock with a save and jumps on the rebound. And that will nod shots up here. Shots in the frame. 5 for the Pembroke Valley Twisters. 11 for the Riels. Totals 16 apiece following that shot from Darby Olsen. Van Roby's in on the draw, ready to go against the Riels captain as he takes on Cole Davis. And Davis wins that one to raise. He'll play it to the far side, Took it on that. And he'll look head ice. Up to Denchuk, picked off by Biggerty. Van Robies walks in, fires, and it lay there for a second on the rebound. Scooped up though, and quickly worked out by Davis. As we got the final 5 here of the second period, and another big hit by the Riels as their physicality really coming to play, and there's 2 of them as Lambert lays one on Stepik, and the Twisters take a penalty for a tripping call. So power play number 3 of the night for the Riels. They're 0 for 2. And we'll see if we can get both those hits in the same replay. Yes, we did. Look at that. There's a nice hit there by the Riels. And then there's this one here on the hip check. And Van Robies charged with the trip. Riels go to the man advantage. Buckingham works that across. And now Buckingham with it. He'll play that to Davis. Pakinak works that across and into the feet. Circling around, Davis waits. Pakinak with it. And his shot, rebound just put over by Mager. And Davis takes a big hit. In on Cox. Down low. Mager in behind the goal. Back to the point. 80 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Riels. Quick shot. Blocker save. Right to Davis. He ought to turn and fire. And oh, that was there. He calmed that bouncing puck down a little bit too much time. And sliding over to make the stop is Brown. Here's a look here at the hit. There's a opportunity. Just goes over. And Davis just walks in and rolls right over Cox, getting the physicality, as we talked about, really swinging the tide of St. Boniface and just showing that they got a little bit more of an edge and ready to go, where the linesman fakes himself out there before the draw, calls it on himself, and they get ready to go again. Matthews plays it ahead. Long right in front. Nice little move by Dubois. And that one doesn't get by. Puck rolled all the way down, back half of the man advantage as Laroque leaves that one along. 50 seconds to go. Here, Evan Lambert walks in, and he'll just blow past the Twisters. His shot doesn't get through, stays on his stick. Calm down. Matthews fires that into a sea of bodies. Wrap around. Oh, how did that stay out? Or is it in? I think that's in the goal. But no, maybe not. If you look at where the puck is now, oh, and there's a little bit of a tussle going on. What a save by Brown. And I don't know if he pulled something, if that's what he's stretching, or if it's his equipment. As Dubois gives him a little tap. And judging from the guys who were right there, it looked like it was in. There's some penalties maybe getting associated, maybe not. Here's a look. They're going to probably talk about this again. And might be time I invest in some overhead cameras here on the goal line. As there's two. What a save, though. And looking at the referee's reaction on that replay right before it cut out, it looked like it was not in. And I think he's arguing to Van Dynes that they pushed the goaltender into that Brown had the puck stopped and they pushed Brown in. Judging from the referee's body language. So we get ready to go, and we actually have 4-on-4 here as Riels has taken a 4-minute. Double minor. I just said 2 minutes for interference. We'll see what the call is as 4 minutes on the clock. I sort of tell you in on that one. He's first back. And now the Twisters have a long man advantage of 3 minutes and now 23 seconds remaining. As they'll put on the brakes, so the Riels 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Twisters 0 for 4. But got the 4-minute power play. That's down to 3. As that puck cleared all the way down the ice. And back to Guilford. He'll turn that one over to Davis. Dodges the hip check. And Van Roby's with it. Walks in, pass across. Back to Van Roby's. And that worked out of the zone. Letelier on that one. Guilford calms it down. 2:25 to go on the 4-minute, the double minor. That we'll let you know once we get word of, as Olsen plays that down low to Van Roby's. Nice hit there. by Davis, and he clears the zone. So I tell you, after that, 1:15 to go here in the second frame. Twisters down by 3. Walking in, Rooney. Outworked there by Hansen. He'll work it to the near side. And trying to play it back to Guilford. Guilford scoops that one up. Into the final minute. Rooney to Guilford. Wall getting in a battle up front. And he's going at it there with, it looks like Hansen there. Now streaking in, short-handed is Dubois. And he couldn't finish that one by tucking it in on the far side. Stepik ahead. Rooney to the far side. Bakunuk on that one. And he'll clear that one all the way down. 25 ticks to go. Up to Rooney. Rooney scoops it up. Davis plays it right back though. And keeping that in the neutral zone. Wall walks in. And the Riels clear. That's going to bring us to the final 5 here by the time Cox catches up to that puck. And he'll play that one. And there's the horn. It is a double minor for roughing is the call to Kalen Rays, as we have played 40 minutes here, 51 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Twisters, who are 0 for 5. Riels 0 for 3 in what has not been a power play special teams night. Shots in the frame on the Twisters side of things, a total of 6 for a 40-minute total of 17 for the visiting Riels. They had a total of 14 for a 2-period total of 19. And with that, we'll quickly go over the goal scoring summary. Just the one. Jack Beliosh, his first of the MMJHL, and as the St. Boniface Real at 8:56 unassisted, when he put that one off the stick of Guilford and through the 5-hole Brown. And with that, we'll take a look here at the out-of-town scoreboard. And where all the teams sit. And here's a look there at the standings. As we can see the Riels, they're up top. And Twisters on the bottom. 2 different tales here on the campaigns for either team. 7:21 though, out in St. James, and the Canucks look like they're going to end their 4-game losing streak and get the 2 points to tie the Victorias there and work their way into that 8th spot. They're up 3-1, out shooting the Jets 36-19. Hollard got on the board for the Jets. Meanwhile, Kunitz, the 3rd goal scorer for the Canucks. In that one, and maybe some of these teams who played last night looking a little bit tired, and could maybe be said the same about the Jets and the Twisters. Meanwhile, the Charleswood Hawks have gone within 2 of the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Lewis has added 2. Ringer with 1. Delinsky with 1. Cromie, Kennedy, Kushner, Fischek, Ash, and Einerson on the other side of the board. 6-4. That one, Graham's covering it. So you can flip over to see the final 3 minutes and 40 seconds if you want during the intermission. Meanwhile, with 10:04 remaining in the 3rd period, it is 5-3 for the Royal Knights trying to get back after dropping their last game. Barunko has 2, and Molzinski 1 for the Twins, fielding with 2. Wolshin, Yurkoli, and Didek with 1 for the Knights. Shots in that game are 26-24 for the Knights. And meanwhile, the shots in Seven Oaks are 20-14 for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brant, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you all following the second intermission, 3-0 in favor of the Riels. It's Jack Beliosh getting his first of the MJHL to expand his team's lead. And we get ready to go here for the third period in this one. 3-0 lead for the Riels. Shots in that last period. Twisters with 6 for a total of 17. Meanwhile, on the Riels side of things, a total of 14, giving them a 2-period total of 19. On the power play side of things, Twisters 0 for 5. Riels are 0 for 4. Uh, and they're working now here in front of the Twisters' goal. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Brent, with your cameraman, Josh Tech, bringing you today's game, the nightcap here in the MMJHL. And correction about that, sorry, the Reals are 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Just have to verify that. And we are ready to go now. And the Twisters win the draw against Dubois Van Robes. Lataille plays it to the far side. 45 seconds remaining on the man advantage. And that air pass picked up by Dubois. Takes a stick away from Van Robes at the same time. And he'll make his way ahead. Ice puck dumped all the way down by the Riels. Now putting on the brakes. Tell you what, that he'll turn his way up ice to Guilford. Josh Guilford puts on the brakes, makes a move on the near side, and dumped in all the way past Larocque. And the Twisters quickly firing that one. Larocque gets the pad down. Puck cleared out and gets past Guilford and all the way as he tries to work that ahead. Buckynuck plays it in deep as we hit even strength. Twisters fall to 0 for 6 on the man advantage. Ahead on the near side. Wall fires that one in. The Rock smothers her up at 1850. And ready to go here on the draw as well. He gets set. Picked up. Hands it to the far side. Buckynuck trying to hold on to that one. Unable to do so. And now up here. Played out to Suket. Walks in, makes a move. Gets fancy with it, down to Long. Trying to put it in front for Suket. Unable to do anything with that. As he gets in with Wall. Hansen jamming away today. That comes out of the zone. Davis so scoops it up. And turns that one up ice. And dumps that one all the way down. Battle for the puck on the near side. Comes out to Hansen. And he'll look to turn that up ice. Long to the far side. Van Dynes walks in. Makes a move. In on goal. And smothered up for a whistle here by the Twisters netminder. And we get ready to go. But before we do, a new goalie stick for Brown, and they'll switch out his white CCM for a black CCM as we are ready to go. Rooney ahead. Riels calming that one down and smothered up by Owen LaRock, who probably shouldn't sit now, but is looking to try and string together his fourth shutout of the campaign. And he's got 4 this season. Didn't have any with Verdun or with the Twisters or the Riels last year. And so Rays works it ahead. He's definitely been the backbone here for this Riels team. Magyar walks in, looks to fire. Can't do anything with it. Centering in front and knocked away. Larzenko with it, and he'll dump that one down. Rays first man on it. Rays puts on the brakes. Pass now to Lambert. Lambert to Robert. Robert to go ahead. Guilford watching that one. And getting past him was Van Dynes. That looked like offside, and the linesman agrees. Stoppage in play at 16:59. Shots 20-19. With the upper edge going to Van Dynes and his squad, as he has some bickering back with his old team before making his way back to the bench. Grayson Matthews set against Owen Van Robies, and we are underway as Matthews wins that one back. Hansen ahead on the near side, scooped up by Guilford, played to the far. And now Spence looking around, and he'll get tied up. And Bilosh trying to get past him, unable to do so as that one comes to the near side for Olsen. Darby Olsen works that out of the zone. Off Van Robies and down, and no icing, waved off. Hansen ahead on the near side. And Jack Bilosh worked off the puck. Hansen grabs that one down. Van Robies right on him. Hand pass waved off, comes into the zone. Guilford swing check, and that one worked just wide by Denchuk. It was loose, but a quick whistle by the referee at 16:16 will bring a stoppage in play. Fresh bodies for both teams coming onto the ice. Davis set, ready to go against Wall. And on the tangle up, the Riels come free. Work quickly up ice, and again, pass off the mark for the Twisters. Keck can't get there. Hansen on that, and Hansen puts on the brakes as he watched Keck fly by. Now Keck, though, able to scoop the puck up as Wall. And that one worked down behind the goal for Keck, out of his reach. Hansen on that, puts on the brakes, turns back to go to the far side, and the Riels scoop it quickly out of the zone. Past Domingo, and Keck turns and fires out right back in. Icing waved off. The rock on that. On the near side, Domingo waiting for it from Hansen as Hansen plays it to the far side. Wallinger quickly ahead, and walking in comes the captain of Davis, and that drop pass. Miscue there, can't reach Davis. Quickly ahead, Thomas walks in. Lucas Thomas waits, looks to fire. Bakunuk drives him into the end boards, and his team quickly goes right back as Wall getting some stick checks in on Davis. Davis across, bouncing puck, sticked away by Brown. And that will do it for the opening 5 minutes of the third frame. As Sukkot plays that one in front. He opened up the scoring, tries to get another one here to go with his goal and assist. And Rays fires that across. Twisters on that loose puck. They'll calm it down and clear it off of Rooney. Rays on it, quickly ahead. Sukkot right onto the stick on the lead for Van Dynes. Wrap around, back to the point. Bakunuk's shot is deflected and up and out of play at 14:28. Shots 21-19 in favor of the visiting Riels, up 3-0 over the Pembina Valley Twisters. Long set on the draw, ready to go. And that one back and fired in by Darby Olsen. The Rock quickly feeds that up ice on the near side. Off of Sukkot all the way down. Peters trying to work that ahead. And that gets pushed back to the far side. And Long turns that one over, tries to get it right back, plays it to the point, and Riels can't scoop that one up. 6 gone. Bakunak. Up to Long. Cashton Long walks in, fires, and that one kicked into the corner boards. Sukic centers in onto the play, and Bollinger plays that in behind the goal. At the point, held by Lambert. Lambert plays that one in as Sukic goes for a change. Lambert walks in with Van Dynes and Long. Lambert backhand across. Van Dynes couldn't get the connection to go. Back to the point. There's a shot. And that one catches Brown by surprise as Riley Brown plays that into the corner boards. Again, Riels all over the twisters. Bollinger plays it down low. Magyar enters the zone here as he goes to the high slot. Now cuts down right in front looking for the deflection as Van Dynes circles past a twister. And the twisters able to work it out of the zone. Puck played in. Lambert scoops that one up. And Lambert makes a move past one twister, gets past another. Can he get past all of them? Yes, he can. Fires that one in on Brown and smothered up for a whistle at 12:50. And Evan Lambert just went through the whole Twisters team. Here you go. There's a look at it as he splits the D. And his speed there, some weak stick checks. But not really a decent shot on that. Easy save for Brown. So we get back ready to go here. Wall in on the draw for the Twisters. His squad trying to get the offense going against their ex-teammate. There's a quick shot, and that one snapped up into the trapper at 12:54. And off the draw. Bow for the puck. Riels come free. Twisters pick that one off his wall. Wall ahead on the near side. And he'll dump that one down. Icing waved off. They're going to say that got deflected at center ice. Bakunak in on that one. And a big tangle up there. Coming free and firing that one off the iron. Now calm down. Danchuk centers and Keck, the only one there to get a stick on it, can't exit the zone. Danchuk across. Hansen fires that one into the glove, quickly right back out. And unable to squeeze that shot. Twisters take it ahead though. Guilford walks in at the line. Plays that in behind the goal. Bakunak now with it. As he looks to turn head ice. Quickly up on the near side. Matthews walks in. And Grayson Matthews tries to work that one on the backhand. And can't take it with him on the wraparound. Barzanko on it. Worked out of the zone. Lambert calms her down. He'll play it to the near side for Riels. Deflected by Dominenko into the zone. Icing waved off on the deflection from Zachary Dominenko. Scooped up, centered in front. Dominenko can't get a stick on that. And walking in, there's a shot off the lumber and into the corner boards from the opportunity via Lambert. As the physicality amps up, another turnover in their own zone for the Pemmon Valley Twisters, and something that they've struggled to limit. And that one can't get centered. Battle for the puck continues on. Scooped up by Larzanko. And in behind Thiessen, he can't do anything with it. Barzanko now with it. Battaglia on the near side, 10:35 to go. He'll fire that one in wide of the goal. And Lambert. He'll calm it down for his squad as we near the midway mark of the frame. Not too many whistles in this one here as we got back now here with the push ahead from Dubois. Davis watching on the near side, looking for it. Deflecting on the shot in front just wide as Davis takes out Stepik. Riels walks into that one wide of the goal. Right back at the point, and Olsen takes a knee there. Bollinger, he wanted a knee on knee call, not going to get it. Wraparound opportunity comes to Stepik. Stepik goes ahead and plays that one up ice. Tagging up as the Twisters. Van Robies cuts in, and he gets taken out of the play by Riels. And that puck deflected up and into the netting. Stepik going at it a little bit there with Davis, and a little bit farther back looks like Van Robies getting in with it with Carson Dubois and Juan Bonger talking back and forth as they head to their respective benches. 9:36 on the game clock, shots 26-19 in favor of the Riels, and they've been all over the scoreboard. They're up 3-0. Off the draw, Hansen, he goes to work that ahead. Riels get the push up, and now Van Dynes gets that one past Guilford to the far side, played out of the skates. Nice little move there by Long, and he'll scoop it right back up. Turned over to Van Robies. He'll chip that one up. Bollinger, though, on that. And he'll play that right into the slot, and it works its way all the way to the far side where Long scoops it up, plays it down low, cuts in front, waits for the pass from Van Dynes. That comes all the way around. Bollinger fires that one, kicked into the corner boards, and no one there for the Twisters as Danchuk turns, fires, plays it down low into the slot. Guilford on that puck, and he'll dump that all the way down, and that's going to be an icing against the Twist at 8:41 to go in regulation, and the shots continue to grow in the Riels' favor as they have a total of 8 shots in the frame. 8 also for the Twisters sorry about that, 2 for the Twisters in the frame. Totals of 27-19. Off the draw, Riels, quick shot, and that one, easy save right into the crest of Brown. So we get ready here to do it again from the far side circle. And off the draw, won again by the Riels. Twisters need a late period push. We saw it last night. Will they have the energy to do it again? As Riels plays it to the far side. Bakunuk works it into the zone. Ataye on that. And he'll turn that one over, gets it right back. Stick battle continues on. Riels come free behind the goal. Magyar plays it into front. There's a shot, and the Riels fan on that. Twisters take advantage. Walking in comes Thiessen into the skates, picked up by Rooney. Rooney dodges the hit, plays it down low. Bakunuk on that one. And chipped ahead into the zone by Robert. And Jack Billish scores! And the Riels are up 4-0. And a nice goal there. So his second of the game. That one see if he wants to keep that puck again. That's one he shot in compared to the other one that got put in by the Twisters. Although he did most of the work on that first one. But 2 goals for him, and what a night. Getting his first 2 MMJHL goals. As Suket walks in, another guy with 2 points in today's hockey game. He had a goal and an assist on the first 2. Walking in, here come the Twisters. They fire that one right in at LaRock. Calm down now, and Matthews ahead. Suket walks in. And across. And Domingo plays that one just wide of the goal. Bonger with it. And that calmed down by the Twisters. Twisters into the attack zone. That's offside, and nope. They let it play on as Olsen circled back. He knew he was offside. Lambert dumps that down and played in by Cox. His squad goes for a change as Olsen applies some pressure to Bollinger, who works it up. Domenico turns that one over to Guilford. Guilford, his squad, now down by 4. Up to Olsen. Olsen back. Thomas walks in, fires, and a save made. Glove down, and somehow that did not go into the goal. As Danchuk has it all alone, fires in the flash of the leather. A highlight reel save as the linesman takes a tumble. And Guilford looks ahead. He gets drilled into the sideboards by Dubois. Puck comes all the way down, and that is going to be an icing against the Twisters at 6:15 as the linesman dusts his pants off. And we'll take a look here at that Riels goal. And Jack Beliosh with his second, and made that one a beaut. Back down at the other end of the ice. And that turned over there from Dubois, picked up by Thomas. He'll dump it in. Henson on that. And he'll put on the brakes, knocked off the puck. Trying to work it up to Denchuk. Unable to do so. Davis gets tied up with Thomas. Puck right in front of the rock. Goes to the far side. Picked up now by Spence. And he gets ran into. Thomas on it. Makes a move. Cuts. Quick shot. And that's in. And the Twisters are on the board as they finally solve the rock. And it's Thomas. He had one the other night. Gets one here. Good work there by Lucas Thomas. And there's a look at the replay as he fires that one top shelf. Glove side past Larocque. So the Twisters are on the board at 5:40. I tell you now with it. And that dumped in here by the Twisters. Long to the far side. Up to Magger. And the Twisters knock their man down. We continue on. And putting on the brakes, Rays fires. And smothered up here for a stoppage in play. So the Lucas Thomas goal with the lone assist going to Trent Spence on that one. 5:09 to go. Twisters need to average here about a goal every minute and a bit, trying to get back into it. And we've seen that push. We'll see what they can do here as they got to steal it from Van Dynes as he'll play it down low. Walking in, Lambert centers quickly across. Magger fires that one in. Brown doesn't know where it is. Glove down by Magger. He'll center that in front. Riels play it to the point. And Lambert waits, plays that one, turns it over to Van Roby's. His squad got to go. And they'll walk in as Olsen fumbled his skates. Can't do anything with it. Played it in front and no one there. Good rush. Exactly what the Twisters needed. It's too bad they couldn't have Olsen join them. On the way up. Walking in. Now comes Olsen. Darby Olsen plays that across. Then the Riels get their stick on that one to calm it down in their own zone. And trying not to let the Twisters get back into this. And that one fired off the side of the goal on the opportunity from Bilios. Right in front and worked away. Pembina Valley on the loose puck, under 4 to go. And Long works it free. Puck dumped down, and that's going to be an icing against the Riels, who are trying to get in a change at 3:48. And Twister staff looking on, not going to use their timeout here and try and draw something up. Well set, ready to go against Long. And Wall wins that one. Guilford looks, fires, and blocked by Mager. Puck played by a high stick by Long and worked at the line. Nice play there by Thomas, the lone goal scorer for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Picked up by the Twisters. Twisters circling around. Trying to work it down low is Thomas. In behind the goal for Wall. Firing in on the rock, and he'll smother that one up with Wall right in front at 3:23. And the Twisters trying to use some momentum here and get back into this one. Shot total is 32-24 in favor of the visiting Riels, up 4-1. Thomas set, ready to go against Matthews, and before we do that, we got a late change here as Davis comes in, and that's going to send Robert into the circle, and he wins the faceoff draw. Worked back here by the Riels. Ahead on the near side, Matthews continues on with it as he works it past Letaille to the far side. In behind the goal, locked off. Letaille with it, and he'll work that one up to Rooney. Rooney walks in and just dumps that one in. Putting on the brakes as the Riels try and work it up to Robert. Can't get to him. Ray's on that puck and he gets taken down. Puck worked out of the zone. Italia on that. 2:41. And Ray's not too happy with the referee there. As Riels pick up the puck, Twisters on a very slow change. Suket walks in. And there's a penalty coming up. And it's on Bakunuk. I'll wait for the referee's call. It's a cross check. Let's take a look at the replay. And there's the timeout by the Twisters, and I guess there's the cross check right in there somewhere. Twisters power play 0 for 6. And a good time here to try and do something with that struggling power play and use it to their effort in this one. And Brain Bernhard's drawing it up, and it's going to be an empty net for the Twisters when we come back. And with that, Lataille, quick shot, and that one just wide. Guilford on it. Puck cleared down. Taille to the far side. Worked up. Twisters don't take that into the zone as that was behind Olsen. And he dumps that one in. The rock on that. He's going to go for try and get a goal as he cleared that right down Broadway. Twisters block that opportunity. Working quickly across Van Robies. Walks in, fires wide of the goal. Italia is going to hold at the line. And he'll work that one past along. Quickly up. Twisters. Olsen down low. And gets it back to Letelier. Letelier across. Gets it back from via Guilford. Down low. Again, there's a shot by Olsen. And not going to go from that angle. The block clears it wide of the empty net. Doesn't matter anyway because his squad's on the penalty kill. As we got 85 seconds remaining in regulation. Twisters down by 3. Trying to make it somewhat decent here and get some takeaways. And instead, that one gets taken away by Zachary Domenico and dumped into the empty net. And that is all she wrote on this one. 5-1 Riels. And much to the applaud of the visiting staff here and fans. So Domingo gets the goal. Goaltender back in as there's no shot here for Spence and his squad in the final minute, down by 4. And with that, Thomas takes it up into the attack zone. Rubbed out by Hansen. Puck comes to Riels. Riels dumps that all the way down. It's no icing there as that puck worked ahead. And it'll be an unassisted goal as Riels in on that puck. And he'll work that around. Battle for it. Final 20 seconds. Twisters played across for Thomas. Thomas looking and does not get a shot. So Domingo, his first of the campaign, second MMJHL goal. 6 ticks to go. That one sticked away. Some skirmish going up. We got our 3 stars coming up following this game. So stick around for that and our upcoming broadcast schedule. As the horn goes, we got a final in this one. 5-1 in favor of the visiting Riels. Shots for the third period. Pembina Valley Twisters side of things, they had 10, giving them a total of 27 on the Riels part. Their total of 14 gives them a 60-minute total of 33. And again, the Twisters got themselves in a little bit of a hole and too late to dig out before they finally scored. And with that, we get ready here for today's 3 stars in today's game. And the 3 stars starting it off in today's game. The third star from the St. Boniface Riels did his job, especially early on when the Twisters had him under siege. And the starting goaltender from the St. Boniface Riels with a total of 26 saves, your third star in today's game, Owen Larocque. Second star in today's game with the goal and assist from the St. Boniface Riels, number 12, Reeve Sukit. And our first star in today's game with 2 goals and both his first MMJHL goal and his second from the Riels, number 39, Jack Bellos. And here is a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and a look at the standings as the Riels go 13-0 to continue on starting off the campaign on the winning side of things. Twisters drop to 1-12-1. And a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard. As we bring up the standings. A couple other games on here in the MMJHL, and we have some finals to report. As the Canucks got back into the win column in their game. And they won 5-2 over the Stonewall Jets. Hollard had the 2 for the Jets. McIntosh with 2 for the Canucks. Robertson with 1. Warsaba with 1. And Kunitz with 1. 5-2. The final there. Canucks out shooting the Jets 46-33. Meanwhile, we got a final out in Seven Oaks, and that is the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Holding out that one, they win 6-4. Lewis with 2, Ringer and Dowinski in the losing effort for the Hawks. And on the Raiders side of things, Cromie, Candy, Kushner, Fashek with the game winner, Ash and Einerson, the goal scorers, outshooting their opponents 28-17. All Seven Oaks in that one. And we got a final as well in River East as the Royal Knights top the Twins 7-4. And see if it gives me our goal scores here. In that one, goal scores, Noah Fielding with 2, Liam Urolke with 1, or sorry, Liam Yorkley with 2, Lane Richardson with 1, and Matthew Didick with 1 are your goal scorers, as well as Karsten Wolshin for the River East Royal Knights. And on the on the Twin side of things, Tim Olinsky got his first. Luka Barenko, he got his second and third of the campaign, and Jaden Lemur got his third. And those are the goal scorers in that one for the Twins. A look ahead forward here at our schedule. We got one game for an action coming up tomorrow. And that will be in between the Railway Express and the Canucks at East End. And that's a 2 p.m. Saturday game as both those teams trying to build on their wins. Meanwhile, come Tuesday, there's 3 games in action. And it'll be the Canucks hosting the Royal Knights, the Twins hosting the Raiders, and the St. Boniface Riels hosting the St. Vital Junior Victorias as the Twisters are off till Friday. So with that, I'm your host, Bentley Brent, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, signing off on this one. It is a 5-1 finish for the Riels over the Pembroke Valley Twisters, and we'll see you all later. Take care. Have a good one.